Lord love a duck. We think about imprinting and how everything and anything can have a personal effect on us. So I'm careful what I watch. And then I'm guided. And I'm talking about the divine. Like, we're talking about the beautiful saints that have reached enlightenment, relics, angels, I mean, Ascended Master Jesus, Lord Sonata, known for many names, in the name of God, okay, which is love, and love, which is God. We're children of the earth. The crystals are of the earth. And we have people out there bashing it, saying it's demonic work. We have people out there saying 44%. Okay, go figure with this number, okay? Because 44 is an angel number for me when I look it up and when it's ever come to me. Even to a point where I'm like, and this may sound insane, but I have this picture with Moses and the angels that was gifted to me when I was in Saskatoon. And it's a beautiful picture. So I have this unusual relationship with Moses, which I love, by the way. And that's the mystic in me. So I'm just like watching this video, having my own little internal frustration dialogue that I know is a gateway to anger, and it's not worth it. And so healing, pardon me, healing from the process, I went and I bought some more crystals. But either way, I was just frustrated in hearing what I was hearing. I'm like, Lord love a duck. Like, Lord love a duck. This woman talks about telepathic warfare, or pardon me, spiritual warfare for 2 months while she's writing a book. And I'm like, you have no idea. I'm just like, there are those of us knowing what it's like to lose everything. And why? Because we're good people. We're loving people. We're compassionate people. We're caring people. Now, I'm different in a way as a mystic Buddhist. I utilize crystals differently than most. Some people will use crystals, they'll imprint it, they will use it for black magic, sorcery, they will use them for ill regard and ill intent of others. I don't use it that way. I believe that what you put out, you will get back. And if it's not of love and kindness, so I catch myself now as I'm doing this video, because it's almost like programming. We got to get into the schools. We got to get God back into the schools. Well, God is everywhere. And the thing that really upsets me is those that have the mentality that think, it's almost like that old mentality, you're raised as a Christian, we're going to beat the gay out of you sort of mentality. Now, I'm straight, but still, the point being is there are people out there who think that way. They still think that you're committing a crime, you commit suicide. They don't see it as dying by suicide or taken by suicide. They see crystals as a bad thing, not a good thing, but yet technology, everything from your washing machine to your dryer, to your fridge, to your stove, to your phones, to your laptops, it all has energy in it, technology, crystals. Back when thinking of the churches and thinking of the priests and the nuns, they used to crush selenite, which is a crystal, into the cement in the walls to prevent people from becoming, from the earthbound dwellers that haven't crossed over into the light, merging, attaching, tethering, walking in, hijacking human beings And what they do is the selenite, they can't go near it. They stay away from it. Selenite now does clear crystals in that as well. And so there's so much more than what meets the eye. So this woman was talking about once being a medium before. And she just wrote a book. And she's not, I don't think she's a Christian. I'm not sure what faith she is. She believes in God. And she may not have a faith at all. But either way, talking about it's okay to get into the school system, and if you believe in God and you want to go to Catholic church and you want to do catechism and you want to be in a Catholic school, all the power to you. There's nothing wrong with that. That's freedom of choice. Public schools, now trying to get in there when there's all different faiths. We're talking whether you follow Allah, whether you follow, it doesn't matter whether you're Jewish, whether you're Jehovah, whether you're like whatever faith you may be, you're Anglican, Protestant, you name it. We can name off a bunch. You can be a Buddhist. And the point being is, who are we to inflict our values, our views, our morals, our ethics on other, and want to inflict that? It's like taking people's power away, taking people's freedom of choice away because of your one experience that you felt as a medium, that maybe you're the one that dabbled with the devil. Maybe you're the one that dabbled with the darkness. Maybe you're the one that bear judgment with a laser tongue and cause psychic attacks, ill regard, and ill intent on others. I mean, there was a beautiful video my sister shared with me about a Lemurian crystal and this girl and the angelical presence and the way she sang. That's not of the devil. Seriously, people. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That is a teenager that wants to make a difference in the world. Who are we to stop it? Oh, Lord love a duck if she's getting psychically attacked because she wants to use a Lemurian crystal and sing like an angel, which I know I can channel out of me as well, and I know others that can as well as part of a healing process. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to take anything away from people to get in front of a computer and gaming and shoot 'em up kind of games, and whatever you're going to do is your freedom of choice. But what you do with it is a whole different story. And so I just, I'm so sensitive. I'm just like, God would not want this for us all. And so in my head, there's these things. I'm like, okay, Mother Mary, absolutely, Queen of Angels, comes through, and she's of love and peace. And it's not a matter of right or wrong. And yet I'm listening to this video and they're like, it's wrong for you to do this. It's wrong for you to do that. It's wrong for you to sage and to believe this, that it's going to ward off evil. It's wrong for you to believe in crystals, that they may, help you manifest things. That it's just bringing in evil. Now, don't get me wrong. My connection is different. Like, I think of sage pills and I'm like, oh yeah, that helps with menopause. Because they were talking about herbs as well and how, people are not using them, they're using them for the wrong reason. And I'm like, even before hearing the rest of the video, I'm like, they use herbs and medicines all the time, which they do bring up to cover their asses while they're doing the podcast. But at the same time, they're dishing people that are. If the indigenous community got a hold of listening to that podcast, oh, Lord love a duck, I can see why spiritual warfare occurs. And not only that, they're misunderstanding. It's like you can even burn sage to, it's like your ancestral will be around you, like lighting a candle if you want. And most people don't even realize that. And then she bashes energy, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if they only knew. They're like, I'm like, energy speaks, all right. This is not just a phase. This has been a forever thing. And we are crystalline beings, by the way. Just think, we're also salt, we're water. There's a whole, like, anyway, just getting into this, I'm like, oh, Lord, love a duck. Lord, love a duck, that there are people out there bashing. Now, don't get me wrong. If things have happened to you where people have caused psychic attacks, they've mistreated you, you've been abused by them, you've been mistreated, you've, you know that somebody has done black magic on you and all that, I can see where you have a room to speak and to have your story shared, because that stuff goes on no matter what. It's just people walking around that are not in the knowing. That's the difference. There are people walking around not in the knowing. They're not. And so that's why we like forgive those, for they do not know what it is they're doing. We forgive those for not knowing. There are people in the world that are puppeteering others. And that's a good example. These people, they want to puppeteer people and having them, they want to change things so drastically in the school system, not in a good way, taking their freedoms of right away. And you know, this, I don't know why this sensitive subject's coming forward, but this girl who was taken by suicide in a way different than most would even realize. And what I mean is, it's very sensitive to me because of family, living in that community, being personally affected. I know I have this sensitivity for all of those who have died, including the shooter. I do. I have this overwhelming compassion, knowing that it takes something to get somebody there. And sometimes, and it's the Buddhist in me, knowing people are not them, they're not themselves. There's sometimes you may have a thought for them and you're like, holy beep, that is not the way I think. That is not my thought form. That is not me. If you knew what I knew about what is on the earth plane of the invisible that surrounds us, even after people die, that are not dead in a way their vessel is, but their energy speaks, their consciousness speaks, even the personality that comes along with it. From their experience, it's like soulful imprinting, their soul, and they could be detached and looking, you know, or there could be their soul that's retrieving them. But just know there are people do shit and you're like, oh, Lord love a duck. We have freedom of choice. We do have things, but at the same time, there are those that know certain things, and I won't even mention it on here because I don't want to trigger anyone in any manner. What it is, what I do know, and how Spirit comes to me and shares certain things, and you're like, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Seriously. Most wouldn't believe it. I said, Jesus rises up in me and many others at times in need. And then you kind of query, okay, Jesus, what happened? At the final stage of that person, you rose up and you bring in clarity, and that person said, what is it that I just did? And then they end their life? That is hard. Knowing that there are some people that can be in pilot mode. I'm not kidding you. This is crazy shit about puppeteering. You think of dimensions and different things going on. I mean, we can all have our conspiracy theories and how things unfold. It's crazy stuff. And very highly sensitive stuff to discuss and share with the world right now. Now, Dolores Cannon was able to come out and say things and just, you'd be like, holy crap, Dolores Cannon, this extraterrestrial stuff and collecting data and all this stuff, and how they don't want to be called that. It's like not calling, you know, people who have died by suicide, committed suicide. Now, you know, we use died by suicide according to the DSM. And I'm like, yeah, they're taken by suicide, you guys. If you only knew, there's psychosocial stressors and the things when they were not them, they're not themselves, whether they're under the influence of alcohol or drugs. There's some are not even at all. And they're puppeteered in a way I can't even describe with spirit. And sometimes there's hidden shit when it's investigated, just like the Montreal school shooting. And there's shit that was hidden about a cop who had a daughter that was part of the school shooting. And so there's stuff like that where you're like, whoa, really? How many centuries does it take for the truth to prevail and the truth to come forward? And never mind, then you have AI hiding this shit. It's like my Uncle Jack, who was a renowned judge and a psychic. And they turned around and there was a nice article of him, and it's no longer on there. AI has it deleted. But when I go in to search Uncle Jack, I see him in legal documentation in court cases that they can't get rid of, because that would be personally affecting others as well. And so very frustrating when you know, even when you read stuff on AI, okay, we know the media messes up. They're humans after all. More people are coming forward and going, yeah, okay, you can't cover this one up now. This is the truth that's going to prevail. Everything from the media buying news, it really happens. That plane crash, that situation in Alaska, I said to Spirit, show me on the phone the latest plane crash. I see the plane crash. I see this guy's name. I see all that stuff. Why I didn't take photo shots of it, I don't know. But I was like, Spirit, I can't, no, not right now. I was building healthy boundaries. I'm going to bed. I'm so sorry. Like, I am off. There's lots of mediums out there that would have stepped in to help out. And so, and never mind, helping the police out, okay? And so, and not playing God. Not playing God. Trust me, that is God. This is the funny thing. Those that are puppeteering people, they're being puppeteered. And really, as a whole, God is a puppeteer master in the name of love. And it's like Ascending Master Jesus is sorting through all this red tape, and he comes in divine timing when meant to be, to rise in every one of us with grace and elegance. That when somebody shares a story with me and they're like, whoa, I had, this happened. And I don't know why, but something just came out of me, and I was just like, whoa. And I said, well, that's Jesus Christ. And they're like, oh, wow. And knowing it. And so there are times where this does happen. People have an awakening. They have this experience of Jesus Christ rising in them. And it's their good work. And more. I mean, there are times where I've even said, oh, Jesus Christ, you're not rewarding bad behavior again, are you? And then I talk about the story of the daycare worker that's there reading stories, and one kid is like pounding on other kids, and then the kid that's pounding on the other kids takes the kid, puts the kid on their lap so the kid can be up front and center, rewarded for bad behavior, reading the book now, and the other kids are all watching and listening. Don't get me wrong, they're all calm, they're settled, because the kid's not running around pounding the shit out of them. And then all of a sudden, the kid's on the lap getting the first view of the book and getting the attention he needs. And then they're turning around the book and they're showing the pictures to the other. I guess some lotus flowers need to be fed more than others. And that's a valuable lesson for me to learn. Anything to bring peace and love. Love and peace. Mother Mary, thank you, Queen of Angels. Oh, Sister Teresa, seriously. I just gotta let it go. I get so worked up because I'm like, if you only knew. Oh, Lord, love a duck. And I'm like, okay, back to the Eight Noble Path, right view. Thank you. I'm gifted with it every time. Just like that story I shared with all of you. We're all in it for the experience. It's like you look at anyone, and most people remember the name that's plastered over the media of the pain and suffering of someone, and all those loss end up getting forgotten. And it's not that they get forgotten, because their loved ones and the ones that are closest to them will never forget them. They'll always cherish them and carry them in their heart, no matter what, no matter who they are. And that goes for anything in the media and the public eye, like imprinting. Like when you think of imprinting and the people's names that you remember and then those you don't. Prime Minister Trudeau and his wife, ex-wife, pardon me, are a good example of that. I truly believe that that marriage, there was a puppeteer master that was out to split up that because of the ancestral line, his father and mother divorcing in 1977. That happened to be the year of Canada. Like when you think about, you know, all the pressures that would have been on, being 110th year Canada's birthday, which most Indigenous people, as you know, there's a history and they refuse to celebrate. And you can understand why. But at the same time, I truly believe that marriage was broken up by these puppeteer masters. And now he's with this Katy Perry. And I'm just like 13 years younger. I have no jealousy. I have no ill regard, ill intent. But at the same time, I'm like, are you kidding me? How the Hagee double hockey stick. See how the imprinting is? I'm getting a block of thinking of this beautiful first lady, like, for sure, who I remember back in hearing her do a presentation about women's rights, the mother of his children. Why am I even on this subject? Seriously, Spirit. Oh, Lord, love of that. Oh, blessings. I'm standing in your corner and they're blocking me, but that's okay. See, that would be evil that does that. Because I'm a pure heart, a golden heart, radiant heart. It's expansive. And I'm like, oh my, if I start sharing my opinions online, it's like casting hex and curses upon myself by ill regard, even just having an opinion and being a human being. Honest to God, seriously, just being a human being. You know, there's these others as I'm talking and I'm going, oh my, I've learned from so many. I'm not even going to mention their names because they're blocking them. And no, I'm not going to fall for this psychic amnesia or psychic, what do they call it? This one guy, I was listening to him and the Matrix, and I'm like, really? You're having people think that they have spiritual Alzheimer's. That's probably because of the spiritual warfare and all the psychic attack and all these things as people get older and become in the knowing of what is. And yes, scientists have it on, you know, they have this proof in CT scans and all this. And I'm just going to chalk it up to control. There are those that puppeteer and control. They don't want mankind getting out of control. Oh, Lord, love a duck. God, seriously. Love thy brother the way thy wants to be loved. Yes, but at the same time, oh, Lord, love a duck. It's like going centuries and centuries back in time. I was saying earlier, I said, how many people have Bibles in their home? Some feel like it's a curse. Something crystals are like a curse in their home. I'm going to clear that one out. One of my uncles who has passed, blessings to him, he said, and he was the sweetest guy. He knew how to keep his mouth shut. Oh, Lord, love a duck. What would he do? He would say, you would cough and he goes, bless you. May the devil miss you. And if not, you better take over. Dry sense of humor, all right. He was raised as a Catholic. What can I say? Oh, Lord, love a duck. I'm clearing my throat chakra. Yes, I said it. Throat chakra. Where's the turquoise crystal to help me with that? That's okay. I can just have an image in my head. Never mind. I can have it placed in my heart like the monastery monks. I don't have to carry around all this stuff. I can have it in tune with it. It's like people like Kyle Gray to have all these angelical cards out. Well, as soon as I have the deck of cards in my hands and I'm like, know my heart, feel my heart, know my voice, hear my voice, know my touch, feel my touch. Well, they're with me. Are you telling me they're all demons and they're doing demon work? I don't think so. They're inspirational, they're loving, they're compassionate. Oh, Lord, love a duck. My friend and I, we turn around, we decide we're gonna do cards together. And Spirit shows me the deck, shows me the deck, shows me the deck. I'm like, okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's beautiful, that's the deck. She brings the deck. I laugh because I didn't know I was clearing up my table. She puts her 2 decks down. I pick them up. One's Doreen Virtues, blessings, and one's Kyle Grace. I pick them up and I put them near my heart and I say, love, love, love. And I put them in my hope chest. And she goes, those are mine. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I put them on the table for her. I have a card out of Mother Mary who says, love and peace. Okay? There's no right or wrong. Love and peace. I'm like, okay, Mother Mary, I'll take this card. I'll put it back in my deck. We're going to sit together. And she'll draw a card. And I'm like, I know there's going to be a synchronicity here. This is not the work of the devil. So the card is there. She draws a card. It's Mother Mary, Queen of Angels. I show the card. Mother Mary, Queen of Angels. Come on. Baba Ji in the book. She draws a card. I'm like, oh, look at that. Open up the book. There's Baba Ji. That's the one I opened to in the last 24 hours. Who's about yoga, about like simplicity, about, oh, Lord, love a duck, you guys. We can learn so much from all those who lived lives before us. So don't bash these cards. These oracle beautiful cards. Even divination decks, don't curse them. These are guides, ascending masters of enlightened beings, relics that are like of divine. They get this. They went through things that are just as we rise in evolution and become better people. I'd like to think that to be true. Oh God. Thank you for the lessons and the blessings that come along with it and the miracles. I am love. Even if I'm frustrated, it doesn't mean that I have to go to the path of anger. I joked earlier when I was listening to a Matrix video and I'm like, yeah, frustration is a gateway to anger. What can I say? I specialize in addictions. When it came to mental health, amongst other things, and we don't remember everything because there's different terminology, different things that come up, things change with evolution. Oh, please tell me we're better than we were 20 years ago as a human being race. Even with technology, use discernment. Spirit loves it. Our ancestors love it. Use discernment because it really gets you to dig in and see like, oh Lord, this is not the history I remember. I'm 58 years old. I remember things differently than what's being displayed on AI. Oh Lord, love a duck. Hiding history. Have you ever done that where you wrote something, destroyed it? Or did a video, deleted it? That's real history. Every moment of creation is real history. Be kind to yourself. I've got this tart waiting for me, and I've been ever so patient doing this for 30.6, which is the number 9, 30 minutes, 6 seconds, number 9 for me. It's beautiful. By the way, I saw this beautiful license plate. It's 444. And I saw these ladies, and I had these candles that I bought, and I gifted one, and it said angelical on it. And I said, 444 is the angels for me. And I said, thank you, your license plate made me smile. Here's an angelical candle. I just got it from the store here, from the owner. And she accepted, they both accepted it. And then as the clarity comes in, it says, yeah, and it's a disciple number too, 12. And then I'm like, yeah, plus 2 plus 1 is 3. And that is like sadhu, 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 the most magical number of mine, or 7, 9, 3, 13, many numbers. That's not the work of Satan. Like, that's the work of angelical presence, of beautiful stuff. And it's beyond most comprehension. Now, don't get me wrong, you can get out of hand. But knowing the difference, there's a fine line for those of us that are mediums, that are healers. There are those that are full of jealousy, that cause ill regard and ill intent. Trust me, I don't close the door on the opportunity to learn from others and others' faith, others' belief level and systems and what is. There are those that play trickery with people's minds, that tell them things. Now that would be Satan that does that. The minute you think of something that comes to you and it's really ill regard, ill intent, and you're like really placing judgment upon it, and you're like, and don't get me wrong, this is frustrating, and then I'm like, okay, what part of this is Satan and what part of this is love? It's love. It's coming from a place of love. May you go to a place where you can get a tart like this and treat yourself and really bask in it and enjoy it, because we're able to breathe, we're able to experience the sensation. For some of us, smell, not everyone. Some of us taste, not everyone. For some of us, hear, not everyone. For some of us, see, not everyone. For some of us, sense so energetically, not everyone. Embrace what it is and what you can. And what you can't, that's okay too. In the name of love, in the name of loving kindness, may you be free from anger, may you be free from ill will, may you be free from jealousy, may you be free from mental suffering, may you be free from physical suffering, may you live in peace, may you live happily. And if you're not able to do in the process, even saying that for yourself, can make a world of difference. It can calm you down, it can bring you clarity, it can bring you hope and peace and so much more. It's called the Love and Kindness Prayer. Look it up if you're willing to receive. Of course, remember, you're always in control of your own destiny. Even though it seems like at times you're not, you have a choice. And you'll see that as you age. You'll see even more and more and more. And so be kind to yourself. That was a big lesson that I heard in the Dharma teachings last night. Be kind to yourself. Accept what is and see the beauty and the lesson in what is, so you can grow and flourish from it. Wishing all Nirvana.